This audio is for educational purposes only. I hope this will add light to your journey. Please share this audio to your loved ones, family and friends. Thank you.
Raise Your Vibration, by Kyle Gray. Raise your vibes. You will change your mind concerning anything. And absolutely keep it changed. That thing must. And will change too. Emmett Fox. You are the creator of your world. Everything you think, feel, and express is literally moving out into the universe. And creating the path before you. A thought is a ripple when you drop a pebble into the water. It moves out and away from you, creating movements and changes in the field surrounding you. Your thoughts are creating waves in your life. Just as a ripple moves out on the tide and comes back in a wave, so your thoughts come back to you. For that reason, you want to choose thoughts that are working for you, not against you. We know that our thoughts are expressions of our feelings. And we know that when we think about something we love, we feel good on the inside. We also know what it's like to be plagued by something in our past. If we continue to think about it, we can be led into a state of deep despair. Raising your vibes includes replacing the old thoughts you have about yourself and your life with better ones. And when you change your thoughts, you change your world. I first heard about changing your thoughts through Louise Hay. She was one of the first spiritual authors I read, and I instantly fell in love with her. In her life-changing work, Louise helps us realize that we are literally writing our own story. We can choose to think loving thoughts about our life, or we can choose to be stuck in fear. Essentially, it's our choice, but we know that one is going to be better than the other. I recently did a talk in Freiburg, Germany, and a lady asked me for some guidance regarding her life. She wanted to know if it was her karma to spend the rest of her life without a partner. She was sitting in the front row with her 3 children, who were all in their teens, and as I looked at her, my heart burst with love. I knew instantly what was going on for her. She had been let down regularly in her life and in her relationships. As I tuned into her vibration, I realized there was an unconscious story running in her mind and in her life. Marion had been divorced after a long struggle in her marriage. Her husband had been unfaithful and had spent more time in the office than he had with Marion and their children. Ultimately, he had let down his family, who had desperately wanted his love and approval, and the rejection had begun to affect Marion on an emotional level. Even though on the outside, she was a great source of strength for her family, on the inside, she felt worthless and alone. When I tapped into her energy, I could feel that she was telling herself a story much darker than the truth. She was saying that she wasn't a good woman, and she must have done something wrong. And, at the same time, she was feeling victimized and asking herself daily, why did this happen to me? And, even, what have I done to deserve this? I told her, with as much diplomacy as possible, about her current thoughts and situation, and added that I knew exactly how to change it. I could feel Marion's angels holding her up, and knew they were singing her praises. They wanted to thank her for being the loyal one, and putting her family before herself. I told her this, and how amazing she was as a person. Then, I discovered the thought process that was ultimately standing between Marion and a loving and supportive relationship. You became so used to being rejected and hurt in your marriage that now you expect it from all relationships, I told her. That's why you aren't manifesting a relationship in your life. Because you're expecting to be hurt. And you know for certain you don't want to be hurt again. This is placing huge walls around your heart, and they are blocking you off from the love you deserve. You see, my friend, you deserve to love and be loved. You don't have to do anything in order for it to occur. And you don't have to work hard to get it. Experiencing love is your divine right. At that moment, Marion broke down and let go of much of the pain she was holding inside. Clairvoyantly, I could see shadow energy, which had been created in her own mind, leaving her, and golden light coming in and surrounding her. This was symbolic of her vibration rising. Marion told me, "You're right. I'm desperate for a relationship, but I have the feeling that I'm just going to be hurt again. And it makes sense that that is acting as a block. But I'm ready to change the way I think. And I'm grateful you have shown me how. Realizing what is preventing us from having the life we want is always the first step. But it's not the miracle. The miracle lies in our capacity to change the way we think and rewrite our inner story. In this case, Marion had to recognize that she was deserving of love, but also that not everyone was out to hurt her. She was encouraged to realize that she was a force of love and could raise her vibration and manifest the life she deserved. The universe. The universe is a beautiful thing. It's basically energy that is responding to our free will. And most of the time we don't even realize it. We don't understand that we get to choose what sort of energy we give off, receive, and surround ourselves with. It's not a case of going, I like that energy, give me that, please. It's more how we feel that makes the choice for us. For example, if you're going around feeling like a failure, then failing is going to be your story. If you're going around feeling happy and contented even with small things, then you'll continue along that pathway. The universe is unlimited and has so much to offer us. But we live in a world of limitations. It sounds crazy when you think about it, but we're led to believe that we can't have what we want, and even that we can lose everything we do have. That's nothing but an illusion. By choosing to raise our vibration, we are making a decision to move into a place that is filled with unlimited potential. We're choosing to accept the unlimited energy the universe is willing to offer us. Energy is never ending. It will never cease to be. Even when our body dies, our energy will continue to live on. We are all part of the oneness of life and can move from the physical to the non-physical. Does that feel like a loss? It's not a loss. When we move to a non-physical state, we are moving back to our natural state of being. The point is that when we accept that we are limitless and that we are always one with everything, we allow limitless possibility into our life. And that includes miracles. Miracles. According to the metaphysical text, A Course in Miracles, miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. But so many of us find it hard to believe in them, and certainly don't feel that we deserve them. Why? We've been brought up in a world that measures everything and judges accordingly. So, other people measure up what we own, how much money we earn, what clothes we wear, what we look like, and so on, and we do the same. Generally, this measuring system makes us feel that we're not complete, or not good enough. These feelings begin to write our inner story, and the inner story tells us that we don't deserve miracles. Anyway, miracles are limited. If we receive one, we're depriving someone else of one, and that's not fair. It's time to change this. It's time to rewrite this story and cultivate a life that fulfills us on all levels, a life that is constantly open to miracles. What's more, we can all have miracles. A Course in Miracles also says, miracles are not in competition, and the number of them that you can do is limitless. You deserve miracles in your life, simply because you exist. As far as I'm concerned, we are all miracles in the first place, and we can all create them in our life. Quite simply, a miracle is a shift in perception. It's a change in the way we think, and ultimately, it's a change in our life. It doesn't have to be a dramatic outer event. It can be a subtle inner shift that creates a feeling of wholeness and richness in our life. No miracle is greater or smaller than the next. The changing of our thoughts is no greater miracle than the appearance of a holy master. Letting go of the measuring system is important here. If we see something as greater, we make it inaccessible in our mind. And if our mind creates our world, that means we make it inaccessible in our life. Here's a thought that has helped me. It's from my journal. It's not how big the miracle is. It's how much room you make for it. When you raise your vibration, you make room for miracles in your life. You prepare the space within yourself to receive love and support from the universe. And when you create a daily spiritual practice, you are basically taking the time to remind yourself that you deserve to be supported, and you deserve miracles. Spirit soaring. When you walk into a room to be met by a loved one you haven't seen in a while, you feel overwhelmed with excitement. Your heart bursts open, and you feel a deep sense of connectedness. On a bodily level, you want to hug them. You want to grab their hand Look into their eyes, and smile. On a soul, vibrational level, there's a sense of recognition going on. Your soul knows theirs, you feel their light, and you experience it within you. The feeling of love that overwhelms you at such moments is something extremely special. It's a reminder of your natural state. Your natural state is one of high vibration. That's why it feels so good to love and be loved. Love is the very highest of vibrations. And it's what the universe is operating on. Anything that isn't love, like fear, or encountering an energy that is negative, makes us feel on edge, or want to walk in the opposite direction. That's because this is the energy that is the furthest away from our natural state. When you begin to raise your vibration, you follow what feels most natural to you. You spend less time on what feels uncomfortable. And, if you do feel uncomfortable, a shift of thoughts and feelings occurs that guides you back to your natural state. To give you an example, I love snowboarding and I love yoga. Both bring me a deep sense of excitement. Whether I'm practicing yoga on a mat, or I'm coming down a mountain at top speed, I feel a rush of life within me. I feel that I have everything and can do anything. Essentially, I feel limitless. In this state of sheer delight, I become connected to possibility. I raise my vibration and I attune to the universe. I can also direct my energy into what's working for me, and let go of what's not. I'm able to set intentions, and work towards my goals. Gratitude. So, high vibes are a natural state that we experience when we're doing something we love, or are surrounded by people we love. We also can move into this state by being grateful. Gratitude is a miracle in itself. It's a phenomenal recognition of what we have, and it makes us feel full. And seeing that our cup isn't full, but overflowing, will raise our vibrations even more. When I work with audiences, I set the intention that whatever we gain from the experience will be to the benefit of all sentient beings. Through time and space, through service, we are raising our vibration, because we are offering whatever kindness we feel, or whatever blessings we receive to others. I also encourage each member of the audience to think about someone, or something in their life, that they are grateful for. Through gratitude, we are moving back to the heart, and experiencing love, and love has the highest vibration of all.